What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the AFC South Roundtable. I am joined by the usual suspects, except we got Michael here tonight. What's going on, Michael? How you feeling, man?
It's great to be on the show, man. Feels like forever, but started from the bottom, now we're here.
That's what's up, man. Started from the bottom, now we here. Ooh, I love it. I love it. What's up, UCF Jag? You chilling?
Dude, I'm chilling, man. Ready for the Super Bowl, ready to wrap up the season so we can officially move forward to off-season mode where everybody will hopefully go undefeated until everybody gets exposed in September.
Good way, good way to look at it. Derek, how you feeling tonight?
Feeling great, man. Like they said, just getting excited to want to watch the Super Bowl, man, and then finally get into some real off-season talk.
Wow. Well, I'm still going to give the utmost respect to the division champ and ask him how he's doing last but not least. How you feeling, Ruben?
Hey, man, I'm feeling great. Top of the division, man. You know, this is a top 3 moment in my week when I get to see you guys, and it's obviously a top 2 whenever Michael joins the show.
Wow.
Good seeing you too, Ruben.
Hey, Ruben, people are still buying that AFC South champ shirt, man. Houston is really on top right now. They feeling themselves.
It's history, man. And like I said, you could wear that to a club. The ladies are going to love it, man. When you do, save some for the rest of us. Everyone is excited about this Houston Texans team. Watch the sales keep on going, and then you're going to have to make part 2 of the shirt, part 3 of the shirt. Look at that. It looks fantastic. You see D'Amico Ryans, those beautiful white teeth, and that big old bald head right in the middle. That's the guy that's going to lead us to a Lombardi trophy. Then you have the future just right around it. Don't get me started on that shirt. I mean, Coleridge Bernard Stroud is the next great quarterback in the NFL, ladies and gentlemen. I think we could all agree on that in this roundtable. But, hey, listen, man, if you're in a drought, put that on and go outside, man.
Well, that's what's up, ladies and gentlemen. Check out the merch store, Roundtable Sports Shop. You can get your AFC South Roundtable gear. You also got Will Levis with the Tennessee Titans. As you saw, the CJ Stroud shirt and the AFC South champ shirt. You also got the Anthony Richardson shirts. He's coming back next year. Get ready for it. And Trevor Lawrence, you know, the man who some say disappeared late in the season, but I don't know. You know, he UCF Jaguars said who to Anthony Richardson. AFC South pint glasses. Check out the merch store. Take advantage of it. Listen, we know what we're here for tonight. We're here to talk Super Bowl. None of you guys are in the Super Bowl, but we are here to discuss who we think are going to win this game and why we think they're going to win this game. Ladies and gentlemen, remember this stream is being powered by BetUS. Receive a 125% bonus. The link is in the description of the video, and supporting our sponsors is supporting the channel. BetUS, 24/7 customer service and 24-hour payouts. Take advantage. Well, let's go ahead and dive in, man. Let's get to the big game. San Francisco 49ers in Vegas versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Man, we're going to start this thing off with Michael, since we haven't seen you in a while. Talk to me, Michael. How do you see the big game playing out, and what do you think is going to happen and why?
Well, I think Swifty Bowl's definitely going to live up to the hype on this one. I don't think offensively we're going to see a lot of firepower early on starting out, but I do think we're going to see a pretty good matchup defensively. I think both defenses are going to really just give it to each other. You look at both offenses, I think it's just going to take everybody a while to get the jitters out and to get themselves comfortable. But I do think you get into the second half, things start settling down. You know, Patrick Mahomes is going to do Patrick Mahomes things. Brock Purdy's going to do Brock Purdy things. But overall, I just look at both teams. It's just going to come down to who blinks first. And you got to give Kansas City the nod here because they've been here before. They know what to do. Andy Reid's been on this stage. And, of course, you got to make sure you get Travis Kelce involved in that offense early and often. I picked Kansas City to go and be the first team in over 20 years to go back to back. And I think that's what's going to happen here. So give me Kansas City.
What score prediction will you have in this one?
As I said, I think it's going to be one of those games. They're going to keep it close in the beginning, but I think Kansas City pulls away from this one late. So give me the Chiefs 31-24.
31-24 by the Chiefs. Ooh, that is brutal, man. There you have it on the screen right now. Super Bowl championship odds. As you can see, the spread is changing. It was -1 +1 yesterday, I believe. Now we're looking at -2 +2. Man, it was 48 points for the total. Now it's 47.5. Things are starting to shift. It looks like some money is coming in on San Francisco, man. It's going to be real interesting as we move forward. Derek, let's get your take on this big game. What do you think is going to happen? And give me your score prediction.
Well, I mean, this is the perfect setup for the Kansas City Chiefs when it comes to this game because, I mean, of course, like we saw, the spread, the 49ers are ahead, which is kind of crazy to think about when it comes to Vegas odds because I would have figured, that the Kansas City Chiefs would be the favorite. I know the 49ers have been the better team all year just from like record-wise and showing dominance and everything, but like during the playoffs, we've seen what the Kansas City Chiefs have done. And while albeit the 49ers are still winning games, they're not dominating teams what we've seen. And I don't remember who tweeted this. I remember somebody saying that this game is fixing to go into double overtime. If that game goes into double overtime, that is going to be a heart attack for a bunch of people waiting to happen. But this just makes a lot of sense for Kansas City because Kansas City right now is practicing at the Las Vegas Raiders facility while the 49ers are having to practice at UNLV's practice facility. And UNLV has this soggy field where the field conditions are bad, supposedly. And they're, not really getting as good of a quality of practice over the last several days than what the Kansas City Chiefs are. So that makes a lot more sense. And like Michael said, it's the Taylor Swift Bowl, really. I mean, it's Taylor Swift's most likely going to be there. Everyone's going to be talking about it. This is just all set for Kansas City to run this. And I expect it to be a good game. I expect both of these teams to bring their best. Both of these teams have coaches who have been at this stage before multiple times and know what to expect. But just with how Patrick Mahomes has played and how the Kansas City Chiefs are playing right now, I just don't see the Kansas City Chiefs losing it. I will go with a final score of 34-28 Kansas City.
Man, 34-28 by Derek. Michael, what was your score prediction again? 31-24. 24, man. So you both got the Chiefs?
Yep. Taking the
Chiefs on my end.
Whew, we got two guys with the Chiefs. We're going to hear from UCF Jaguar and Ruben in just a second. But before we do, we want to remind you that this stream is being powered by BetUS. And the Super Bowl odds are in, ladies and gentlemen. All right. As you can see, we just discussed them on the screen. But something that's intrigued me as of late is the heads and tails, man. Talk to me, Michael. What you got, heads or tails?
Always got to go with tails on my end.
Ooh, are you in agreement with that, Derek?
No, I'm gonna do the Ruben route from last time.
Heads get you ahead.
Heads get you ahead, baby.
Hey, but you know what's crazy about that, Ruben? You got to answer both ways. Tails never fails, and heads get you ahead. Man, you gotta have to pick one or the other, man. But listen, go on BetUS. They have all the props, ladies and gentlemen. It's not just heads and tails, coin toss. They have Gatorade color. You know what type of color is gonna be splashed. They got the point margin difference, first quarter, who's gonna get to pick the coins, everything almost. So go check out BetUS. And here is a word from our sponsor, BetUS.
BetUS, America's favorite sports book, where you can bet on everything anytime. Sportsbook, live betting, and casino. To celebrate 30 years in business, we have the best bonuses in the industry. Get a 125% sign-up bonus and up to 30 risk-free bets. So what are you waiting for? Join now. BetUS, where the game begins.
And also, ladies and gentlemen, check out BetUS on YouTube, the NFL picks and prediction show. This week, they're going to be having a big show. If you need any help, these guys give advice as far as what they're going to be picking, as far as the spread, the different lines, and all of that. Check it out on BetUS and BetUS TV as well. Don't miss out. Subscribe to the channel. Let your friends and family members know about it.
Hey, real quick, man, I got a little BetUS pro tip for you guys, okay? If you guys want to place down any kind of wager, okay? So right now, the 49ers are actually favored to win this game at minus 130. However, if you look at the previous Super Bowls, if you look at the last 17 Super Bowls, 12 of those players have been quarterbacks, okay? So instead of betting minus 120 straight up on the 49ers to win, put a little money on Brock Purdy because he has plus 250 to win MVP. So if you truly do believe that the 49ers will win, then I would probably place your money on Brock Purdy as MVP instead, because it's going to get you a little bit more bang for your buck. Just a little pro tip from myself.
Interesting. That's a good tip. Something I might have to get into. The only thing scares me, UCF, McCaffrey. Does he go off? That's the only thing that concerns me. What you think about that?
I mean, it's definitely tough to put an MVP on Brock Purdy maybe this one, because he is overshined by a lot of star power. I mean, when you look at McCaffrey and like Deebo Samuel and the most underrated wide receiver in the NFL, in my opinion, Brandon Ayuk. I mean, there's a lot going on, but, McCaffrey gets a touchdown. Deebo Samuel gets a touchdown. Brandon Ayuk gets a touchdown. Kittle gets a touchdown. And Brock Purdy has 3 passing touchdowns. Who's MVP going to go to?
You're right. That's a good way to look at it too. Since so much talent is on the team, it might get spread around, which by default will have Brock Purdy sitting nice. All right, I like that. Plus 250, you said?
Plus 250. Last I checked.
Yeah, I got to get on that. Well, since we're talking to you, UCF, tell me what you think going to happen in this game, why it's going to happen, and your score prediction.
Yeah, I think last week, this was kind of the Super Bowl we were expecting, just not really the Super Bowl that we were wanting. I think a lot of us wanted a little bit of new blood with the Baltimore Ravens and the Detroit Lions playing. But, both those teams, I think last week, they flat out didn't play as good as their opponents. So right now we got the 2 best teams in the NFL. I mean, we had the 49ers, who were pretty consistent throughout the year. They had a little bit of a slump midway through the year. I think they had like 3 straight losses before getting it back going in the bye week. And the Kansas City Chiefs are now kind of toying with all of us. I mean, they messed around in the regular season, really the last 2 regular seasons. I mean, not a lot of people remember at the start of the 2022 season, they were messing around. They were saying, is the Chiefs dynasty done? And then this season, they slip in, I think, with like the 3rd seed. They're just kind of toying around, but hey, they turned up at the right moment. They were beating very, very quality opponents, and, they flat out deserve to be here. So we have another Super Bowl with Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. And at this rate, man, Patrick Mahomes is cranking out these Super Bowl victories faster than Tom Brady was at this point. So we might be watching history before our eyes as he kind of terrorizes the NFL. But, when I look at this one, man, we've seen the 49ers in the Super Bowl a few times over the past, 10, 15 years. And, each time they've come out there and lost. But it does feel like, to me, this is their best team that they've had. I just think with this one, you look at it and it feels like the Kansas City Chiefs right now, the connection between Mahomes and Kelsey is unreal. And you saw that on display against the Ravens. I mean, these 2 guys just always know where they're going to be at. If you watch them mic'd up, he's like, oh, I knew you were going to be there. I mean, that connection is filthy. And honestly, something that I don't really remember ever seeing in the NFL, at least over the past 5 to 10 years when I've been, really following it close. And, they turn up at the right time. They have a coach that, doesn't back down in big moments. And you have a coach on the other end, Kyle Shanahan, who, it feels like in these Super Bowls just almost outthinks himself and tries to get too smart with it. And just, I mean, we all remember the Falcons when he completely botched that game. I put most of that game on him just with the way he was doing that. So I don't know. When I look at this, it's like Michael was saying, man, it's been 20 years since a team has won back-to-back Super Bowls. It just feels like it's been way too long. And if there's any team to do it, it's going to be the Chiefs dynasty. I feel like the Chiefs are going to win this one 28-27. Mahomes on a game-winning drive.
A thriller game-winning drive by Mahomes.
I think so.
So is that 3 Chiefs picks in a row?
I don't know. Probably. I don't know what I've been picking.
So I got to ask you, does Jake Moody miss the extra point? Is that why it's 28-27?
I mean, I'm gonna give him a couple field goals. I really hope there's no missed extra points, because I really hate these games that are severely impacted by kickers. I mean, I don't hate kickers, but when they miss extra points, it's like, dude, you're supposed to make those, or they're supposed to be automatic. I don't mind them missing 50+ yarders, but I hate when kickers impact these games like that. So I'm hoping that the rookie doesn't miss them, but I see it. I see a clean kicker game, and I see 2 field goals from them.
Wow. Well, last but not least, let's hear from the division champ representative, Ruben, for the Houston Texans. How do you see this one playing out, and what is your score prediction?
Man, I just love it when you say divisional champ. It just sounds so good whenever I hear it. Look, we weren't excited when we saw the results after the AFC NFC championship, but I think the excitement has built back up. One thing I love is storylines, and there's storylines for both teams. With the Chiefs, you have Pat Mahomes. If he wins another ring, we might be talking about the greatest quarterback of all time, chasing Tom Brady. Like Dawson just mentioned, he is winning these Super Bowls faster than what Tom Brady did. With with Andy Reid trying to make himself and solidifies himself as one of the greatest coaches alongside of Bill Belichick and Travis Kelce, the Taylor Swift situation. Is she going to make the Super Bowl, even though she has a concert halfway across the world? When you look at the 49ers, Shanahan, can he finally get it done? Can he win his ring? Can Brock Purdy prove that he is the franchise guy for the 49ers by winning it in the big game? Man, I am hyped for this Super Bowl, but I think this is the Kansas City Chiefs here, and I think they are going to go back-to-back. In moments like this, experience matters, and the Chiefs have been there. I mean, let's be honest. These guys are a dynasty, and they are showing no signs of stopping. What is crazy this season, it looked like the 49ers were the better team, and they pretty much were the entire year. Like all of these guys have mentioned, the most consistent, dominant on defense, a great head coach. And with the Chiefs, we kind of saw them struggle throughout the year, and a lot of people were saying, well, I'm not scared of Kansas City. Me, myself, when I was doing the road to the Super Bowl for the Houston Texans, I was saying I would rather play Kansas City than the Buffalo Bills. But, man, the Kansas City Chiefs have made us all look foolish, and they now find themselves once again in the Super Bowl, and I have them winning 27-24, a game-winning drive by Pat Mahomes. He's just going to continue to solidify himself as one of the greatest, and we will all be let down at the end when the Kansas City Chiefs win and we see Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce sharing a hug and kiss together, man. Yeah, it's not what the world wants. It's not what God wants, but it's just at this point.
Oh my gosh, man. Great take. But listen, what I'm hearing here on the AFC South Roundtable, ladies and gentlemen, Michael, UCF, Ruben, and Derek all are picking the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm so sorry, 49ers fans, but you aren't getting any love over here. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Those are your Super Bowl predictions. Thank you so much for tuning in to the AFC South Roundtable. Until next time, we will see you soon and enjoy the Super Bowl. And don't forget, this stream is being powered by BetUS. We love you all. Peace. We are out.
Peace.